Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the world of sharing value. And today I'm honored to have Neil Maxwell over here with us. Hey, Neil, welcome to
Hi,
the
nice to
channel.
see you. Bless. Thanks for having me.
So, what's new going on at your end after the book that you wrote on 5D, and now again you're into some philanthropist projects?
Yeah, yeah. We have a nonprofit creating conscious media for kids,
Wow, that's
um,
great, awesome. And
and
and and today you're going to tell us about the consciousness wholeness of your being and put your own thought process into it.
yeah.
So so what is it about? How do you perceive wholeness and consciousness?
Well, I think of it like a circle,
Mm-hmm.
and if you've seen the flower of life, it's seven circles, I think, and then the eighth one, or eight circles, and the ninth one. And the idea is that eh, we're always going out from the light, a half circle out, exploring, getting in the shadows, and then we're going back to the light. And then there's another circle, and each circle gives us a new perspective and just
True.
a way to know ourselves. And so the conclusion that I came to was
Mm-hmm.
that I am whole and complete right now, and I am healed right now. Healed, not healing. I'm healed right now.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, it's true. Like it's always the day and the night, and that is how the circle is. Even when we check the heart rate, it goes in a sinusoidal wave. It is never constant. Whenever it's constant, that means person is no more. So that's the beauty of life altogether. That it's totally in the circle. It's like a spiral, and spiral that is ever evolving, right? It's not, you're not at the same circumference again. You have a certain displacement in your life. Even any experience, no matter it was positive or negative, but definitely it adds value to your life.
Yeah, because it gives you experience. And consciousness would rather have any experience than no experience.
Wow, beautifully said, beautifully said. So tell us about your book, and it's like again a big thing. You wrote an entire book on 5D consciousness, and then you uploaded it for free. So tell our audience more about it. What's in your book and what they can learn from your book.
Well, I'll save you guys all some time. At the end of the book, I tell you that I am you and you are me. And I make a good case for this throughout the book and many different perspectives of looking at it.
Hmm.
And then I say, you wrote this book for you, if you're here reading it right now, because I am you and you are me. And so that is what I believe. I believe that there are two earths occurring right now. And
Hmm.
we are in both earths. We have these skin suits, and I love my skin suit, and I love your skin suit, and I love everybody's skin suit. So I don't want out of that. But in that 3D way of thinking, there's a lot of effort. There's a lot of massive action. There's the need to manipulate things to get them to go the way that you want them to go. There's a belief in separateness. And anytime there's separateness, there's fear, because
Sure.
I feel like there's competition, there's sports, there's politics, there's the things that separate me from you. And in that way of thinking, the fear comes because I don't feel connected to everything. And I feel alone sometimes. And so what I decided was, and we get our identity in that 3D world from the outside, from our schools, from the governments, from their parents, from the things that are around us, from the movies. And what has been happening on the planet is people have been having awakenings, spiritual awakenings. Really what they're doing is they're not getting their identity from the outside anymore. For me, what that looked like was I started a cryptocurrency hedge fund in 2017, and I had a disagreement with a business partner, and she dragged me into a regulatory hearing where my company got closed down. No questions
Mhm.
asked. And it was the best thing that ever happened for me because I was getting my identity from this thing that I was up to in the world. And then I got divorced, and that was the best thing that ever happened to me too. And I became reborn again in a sense. That version of me died, but I don't think death is so serious, you know. That version of me died, and I got to a fertile ground to new growth to come. And in that new growth, I started getting my identity from my soul, from this internal space. And then now I feel like I'm myself, you know, like I can wear a hat, I can not wear a hat, I can wear what I want. I don't feel like I need to put on any sort of special show for you here. I'm just showing up in my authenticity, in my
True.
highest excitement, whether I have $100 or 10 cents or millions of dollars. I still choose to be here right now because this is my highest excitement, to be here right now with you.
Great, great. So it's totally what you're saying is living in the present moment,
Yeah.
living into the here and now. And as per you saying, like you're not thinking about healing in the future. You're saying I'm healed right now. And if I tell and contemplate into much deeper aspects, and this is quite debatable too, like the past, present, and the future, they're all existing in the now, right? And the same thing I've mentioned in my book also, Journey Toward the Square Mountain. Like whenever, when you experienced the past, when you experienced your past, it was now for you, right? When will you experience your future? In the now. There is
Yes.
no other way to experience it. So
Yes.
everything is in the now. And
Yeah.
it's just a matter of perception that, you know, a little bit deviates us. And we are too entangled in our thought process, in our daily activities, in whatever the circle of work life balance that we get, right? Everybody is seeking a work life balance. Why not have a balanced life, and work is a part of it?
One moment, Tushar. One moment. One moment.
Sure.
It's all one moment. It's all one moment. We're
One
just
moment.
living the different perspectives, like you so elegantly explained, the vortex. We're just living different perspectives of those circles in the vortex. And so the question that you really want to ask yourself, biggest, best question you can ask yourself is, what kind of experience do you want to have?
True. Do you want to be in a victim mentality who thinks that he's been a victim of time and circumstances? Or you want to grow from it? You want to see a positive outlook. You're going to learn from it. Again, being a learner from pain, not to be a sufferer from pain, right?
Yeah, and pain is sort of, you know, that there's different thoughts on things, and one is that everybody's suffering and that everybody will suffer and that there's pain. And you know, in one sense, I understand that because in order for me to be reborn, I suffered in the sense of the external world that I had identity with had to die. um, but at the same time, in every one of those single moments, I always had everything I needed. I always had plenty of air to breathe. I always had abundance of water. I always had shelter over my head. You know, I always had something to eat when I needed it. I always had a relationship. I always had a way to be self expressed. And I think when you realize that actually what you need in order to thrive is not really that much. And the story that you might be telling yourself of that person over there who's living that experience, and if you could only live that experience too, then you would just feel better. The truth is, you have the power in the now to feel just as good as you would having that other experience that's over there that's not inside of you.
True, true. Until the time you treat your happiness as elemental and something fixated in the future, definitely that moment when it comes again, you will think the happiness in somewhere in the another future, and you won't be able to enjoy the life in the here and the now. And again, like rightly, from as you said, the life you are living, Just have a gratitude, just be thankful for it, because there are millions of other people just praying and wishing to have a life that you are living right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And perhaps this idea of wholeness, where I see you as me and me as you, now I'm not going to want to have any competition with you. I'm just going to want to love you. Right?
And it's just we become happy by uplifting each other. We don't get jealous when one of the person grows. So
Uh-huh.
when that thing happens, if every individual on the planet becomes happy and wants other person to grow, won't this entire planet become so beautiful?
Yeah. And that's what's happened. Humanity has agreed that we want to live on a planet that has peace on it.
True, true.
And so now we are dying to be reborn, because you can't take fear. If you think of it like a swimming pool, you were born in a swimming pool. But the
Mhm.
problem is that the problem is there is no problem. The problem is somebody peed in the swimming pool before you were born. And that pee is called fear. And now you want to move to a swimming pool that doesn't have fear in it. Well, you can't take your fear with you to that new swimming pool. You have to choose. You have to realize that fear, false evidence appearing real,
Yeah,
is an agreement. And you have to choose for yourself in this now moment. Do you want to give your energy to the agreement of fear and how that feels? Or do you want to imagine a dial in the sky, and right now it's set to fear, and you feel the energy that's coming through, feel that fear, and then
yeah.
shift that dial over to anything else that you want to create for yourself in your life. I don't care what it is. It could be rearranging leaves in the corner of the room. It doesn't have to be a grand plan, okay? And it can be, but it doesn't have to be. And use that energy for that new creation, and then you will realize that fear was a choice. And in this now moment, you have every moment you have a choice. Do I want to align to something that I don't want to create, which is thinking thoughts that don't make you feel good? You have an emotional guidance system. It tells you what to do if you listen to
True.
it. Or
Yeah.
do I want to create things that feel good? Thank you for my eyesight. Thank you for my nose. Thank you for my lungs. Thank you for the trees, the other side of my lungs. Thank you for my toes. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for Tushar. Thank you for this technology. Thank you for this live stream. Thank you for you if you're here listening to my voice right now. We love you. There is so much love here for you. All you have to do is tune to it. It's being broadcast to you 24/7, 365 to infinity. All you have to do is reach for the better feeling thought, and we are here for you.
Exactly, very, very well explained. And I bet it would have uplifted the mood of everybody listening to our great audience over here. And when you're talking about fear, when we are born, there are only two fears that are innate in us. One is the fear of falling, and another one is fear of loud noises. That these two fears are what we are born with. Rest, every other fear we have taken from somewhere outside. So that's not real. Fear itself says, like you said, false evidence appearing real. When it's false evidence, it's just appearing real to you. Just disconnect from that reality and choose another reality. And another aspect regarding pain, I would like to tell everybody, when, how and when we are here on this planet, one lesson every human sees and knows but hasn't taken. The moment we are born, our mothers have to bear an enormous amount of pain, and whole of the process for the person who's being born and the mother is entirely painful. So when the very birth is entirely painful, why don't we just have it like, okay, pain is just something that is here, and it's now becomes our choice how to take it. Like thousands of years ago, a great Indian sage named as Patanjali, he wrote a Sanskrit verse saying, Sarvam evam dukkham vivekinam. So what it means is, a wise man A wise man sees an element of pain in everything. The problem with we modern humans is what we think is of happiness. Okay, I get a new job, I'll be happy. I get a girlfriend, I'll be happy. I get married, I'll be happy. I get kids, I'll be happy. We just focus on the happiness. But with all those things, no matter with the new job, money will come. But then you have to answer to your boss, right? The kids will be born, you have to be awake at night just to take care of them. There will be an element of pain. So wise man sees this, like, okay, it is there. Now it's on to me how to deal with it, happily or crying. That's my choice.
Yeah. And also, in pain, you can have a definition for pain, right? And my definition for pain is beauty. Because
See,
I
you just
see,
change the perspective. You just
yeah,
change the perspective.
because I
And
see,
please explain the beauty concept to us.
well, I see that new boss that came with that new job with the money as a new way for me to know myself. I see that staying up late at night with the baby as a way for me to break up my sleep pattern and have more dreams in this world to become more dreamy. You know, I see the beauty in everything.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So if everybody here listening turns every pain that they're having in their lives into beauty, like Neil said, their lives will definitely become beautiful.
And I'll make it real for you. I fell 4 weeks ago and broke my shoulder.
Oh,
And I was on my bicycle, having the time of my life. It was an electric bicycle going fast down the street, downhill. I looked back to see if there was traffic behind me. And when I was looking back, I started to turn around and I was on the ground because there was a construction cone mat left in the bike lane.
oh,
So I got lucky. I landed on my shoulder. I wasn't wearing a helmet. I could have landed on my head. I might not be here right now. Okay. There were two angels there. One helped me get water once I was on the ground and got my phone out of my bag. The other one put my bike in the back of his truck so he could take me where I needed to go. Then the urgent care. The best person in the world was cleaning out the road from my wounds. I got the drugs that I needed. My insurance worked. Then I got all this time, extra time at home to create the course that I wanted to create, to work, to focus on my social media, to do things, to be who I wanted to be in the world. So it gave me all this extra time for beauty in the now.
right.
Go
And
ahead.
if you would have taken it as a negative, like, oh my God, I felt such a bad day. This is why this happened to me. Why me? Why not? Then you wouldn't have created all these beautiful things, like you just said.
Yeah. And I'm so happy. And part of this, there's another secret.
Mm-hmm.
I call it a secret, but it's not a secret, right? It's
Beautiful.
just be easy to please. The easier you are to please, the more the universe can put you here and put you there and put you in situations that maybe your 8 year old self asked for something. It did. You asked for things when you were 8 years old, or your 12-year old self. And when you are easy to please and you are thankful for what you have, the universe will surprise and delight you in ways that will make your heart happy. Like right now, me and Tushar being on this call together makes my heart happy. Okay.
Ah,
And there are things that you forgot about that you asked for when you're 8 or 12 that will come to you. That if you had all the money in all of the world or all the cryptocurrency in all the world, you couldn't buy this experience. But you can
yes.
choose it right now.
True, true, true. True. Beautifully said. Your energy, the way you're speaking, it has first time. It's the spark of emotions has is it's really enticing, man. And
Love.
and I'll see your guitar over here. And before ending the session, I'll like you to play for our audience. Definitely.
All right.
Yeah. So, what next in your life? What are your next and current projects going on?
Well, so I discovered a lot of healing,
Uh-huh.
and it matched me up with other people that are also healed. And
Beautiful.
these people, I have a voice gifted to me from source energy. And so I think at first your healing is for you. And then I believe that your healing is for as many people as who wants to listen to it. with no attachment to who listens to it, because I have no control over that. And so I'm going on tour. I'm on tour and I'm
Wow.
sharing the truth. And I have courses that some of those people created that I'm a facilitator in. And I take people into their quantum field and help them get the answers to what they're looking for in their life. And I just share the space. I hold the space for others, because once you find that you're healed, then I come here and I see how healed Tushar is, right? And then when you come to me and I see you as healed. And even if you don't remember your healedness for a moment, you you have a choice. You can match my knowing or not. And what happens a lot is people choose to match my knowing because it feels so good to feel healed, you know? And when you are creating in the perception of healing, then you are in the circle dance of healing in the self-help industry, even the billion-dollar industry of now, coming into the now, right? So
Yeah.
the idea is just to spread this wholeness, remembering wholeness, because you're remembering, you know. If you're listening to my voice right now, you know that you are healed. I'm just inviting you to remember. And if
Yes.
everybody chooses to remember, we will live on a world, and we do, that is healed, because you will see the healedness inside you. You will look out in the world and see how beautiful it is. And we are all living on heaven on earth now.
Very true. Very true. It's just like you will see what you look for. The frequency that you emit, definitely that frequency will come back to you.
Yeah.
And it's all so amazing and beautiful. And what you mentioned the word quantum. So please tell us about it.
So our scientists are catching up and have now agreed that we live in a quantum field. And what that looks like is we are light benders. Okay? If the sun didn't exist, neither would we or anything else on this planet, right? So we
Very,
need light, and we're
yeah.
thankful for light. And in fact, when you eat foods that have more light in them, you'll find yourself more enlightened than you will when you eat the other foods. Not that one is right or wrong. You can't get it wrong, okay? So the field reflects back to you the light that you are shining that's coming through you. So if you are saying at home right now, I don't have enough, I need to have a big payout day for me to be happy, or this car or house or relationship or what job or whatever it is, then the field is mirroring back to you. You need to have a house. You need to have a big payoff day. You need to have, you need to have all these things. It will keep giving you proof that that is what you need. Just like what you just so elegantly said, Tushar, about the reflection.
So,
So the choice is to come into the now, to be thankful for your eyesight, to be thankful for your. Without this breath, we don't have this experience. To be
yeah.
thankful for your parents, to be thankful for your governments, to be thankful for your societies, for your money systems, for your crypto systems, for your food that you eat today, for your sleep. Just be thankful. Be thankful. And when you are thankful, the field will mirror back to you this gratitude, this appreciation that you have. And from this level of consciousness, when you go to create something, it will be like moving your little finger, because you are so connected to everything that everything else will be with you in creating what it is you want to create. Versus the
Yeah.
old level of consciousness where you thought, I need to take massive action. The cure to anxiety is action. No, when you take action out of anxiety, then you are creating more moments of that feeling for you. Even if you get what you think you want, you will still have the feeling of anxiety. When you take
Yes.
action from this place of wholeness, this remembering, this love, this appreciation, whatever you create, when it manifests, it will have 1,000 times more of that energy that comes out into the world. And that is what I'm enjoying right now. I've created a lot out of love, and it is just coming through me. It is in my bones. It is coming through me, through my voice. I'm speaking to you on many dimensions right now, and you are receiving the love that I'm here to give. And if I die today, I am satisfied because I have lived a life that I love.
Very, very well said. And when we say about dying, this thought merely, gives goosebumps to the people. But we don't know that with each and every breath, we are just coming near to the death, right? People have forgotten living. Every breath that you are taking is taking you nearer, one step nearer to your death.
If you're breathing, you're leaving.
Yeah. So, and and people have forgotten to live. The difference between living and existing. So are you? So I just ask this question. Like, ask yourself: are you actually living, or are you just existing over here? The stones, the trees, they are existing and living as per their level of consciousness. And when born as a human being, you have a certain level of perception that is broader than anybody else on the planet. Why not to utilize it to find inner core, inner happiness, bliss, joy, all the things that money can't buy?
Well said.
Right. Right. And we are too fixated in getting the happiness that money and things around money can get, that we have forgotten our own inner core. Look, when we were just 5 years old, 5 years old, we were all joyous, blissful, and ecstatic without any reason. We were that. Give us one or two toys, and life is all sorted. And when we are playing, even we forgot about having foods, right? So, if we were so joyous when we were at 5, shouldn't we so enlightened the time we reach 30 or 40?
Mhm.
But that's not the case, because society and we have been conditioned like this. We are in this rat race that we have even forgotten to to have this few deep breaths relaxed in a day, right?
The beautiful thing about knowing that you are conditioned is the second you are aware that you are conditioned, you're no longer conditioned.
Yeah, you can decondition yourself.
Yeah.
And it's too, like I was talking to somebody and they were like, oh, what is quantum, what you talk about it, it's all some theories. I said, I said, are you using quantum? He said, no, we don't know about it. I said, do you use a mobile phone or a laptop? I said, yeah. I said, that is made of quantum. Because since we know we can change the molecular structure of silicon at the quantum level, only then we were able to make these cell phones and laptops. Even when you're doing any activity, you are in the quantum world already, my friends. You are in this world already,
Mhm.
right? And so, you want to add anything further? Or I request you to play a very beautiful song for us.
Okay, so here's the good news. My shoulder has not
Oh my
allowed me to.
gosh.
Well, no, wait. I'm gonna still play something just for fun though.
Oh,
But just don't judge what I play because there's not
oh,
that much movement there. So
that's a very illicit request I'm making now.
let me see if you can hear it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. So, well, okay, I'm gonna play the song that I wrote.
Yeah. Neil Maxwell over here, guys, giving a message that even with a broken shoulder, he can play nice symphony for us. Yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. It was amazing,
Much
amazing,
love.
man.
Thank you so much. This was such a gift. I appreciate it, Tushar.
Thank
Appreciate
you, and
you.
we will like you more on our channel for this amazing, amazing conversation and shifting the paradigm of consciousness altogether and just being happy in the now, 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 now,
Yes.
now.
Yes. Woo.
Okay, brother. Take care. Have a nice time. See you
Okay.
again.
See you soon.
Thank you, guys and girls, all the viewers out here watching us live and the ones who will watch us after this has been uploaded on the YouTube. Thank you all. Keep sharing value. Bye bye. Thanks,
See
Dean,
ya.
for coming, joining us. Bye. Take care.
Love.